and Steve. Let him prove it, Jackson. And I will give him what he's asking for.
Elphaz, can you prove it?
I can go and bring my father here. Well, he has problems with his legs. But I can go and get him.
Then, bring him, Elphaz.
Goretti, how has your day been?
Welcome, Joan.
Thank you. Let me sit here.
You look exhausted.
You have no idea. My back is about to break.
Oh, the business must be doing well then.
The business is going well, except for one problem. I don't know what to do with Deborah. I can't serve, can't cook. She's always pulling my skirts, disappearing to the market when she sees that I'm not paying attention to her.
Oh, that is not good. She may get knocked by someone or even get lost.
Talk about it. The other day, Mama Irene found her on the other side of the market, going God knows where.
Oh dear. What are you going to do?
Goretti, do you mind if I bring them here to stay with you? I'll be bringing food for all of you so that you don't cook for them.
Bring cooked food here?
Yes, your family can get a chance of tasting my food every day.
Why would you make yourself suffer like that? This is their uncle's home. I can feed them. You bring them here in the morning when you're going to the restaurant and come pick them in the evening.
Goretti, you'll not do any work if you add Deborah and Mark to your children. It would be good if I bring you food, then you don't bother cooking.
Sure. And then we kill your business. Never mind. They'll stay here with us and eat what I cook.
Thank you very much, Goretti. Maybe now I can concentrate on my work.
I'm happy for you. Soon you'll be a rich woman. John will be happy.
I hear a rich woman. You think things are easy like that? Anyway, take this money, give it to Kenneth. It is the first installment on the loan he gave me.
Thank you. I'll give it to him.
Judith, how do you want me to comb your hair?
Topi, you are the designer. Do anything that will look nice on me, but I'm feeling hot. I don't want hair to touch my neck.
Hey, Sister Aisha, you're welcome.
Thank you, Topi. Flower, how are you?
You're welcome. Have a seat here.
Thank you. Can you do my hair quickly and I rush back to the health center?
Okay, let me finish up with Judith, then I come and wash your hair. Flower, please boil more water.
Aisha, good seeing you again. You are ever in a hurry.
Hello, Judith.
Hello.
Yes, we still have a lot of patients at the health center.
You look exhausted, Aisha.
We have been working very hard these past few months. But I think the dysentery outbreak is slowing down.
Aisha, how is that young girl doing?
What girl is that, Judith?
The girl who lost her baby from the health center.
Oh, she's recovering.
Ali said she'll never be able to produce children again.
Yes, that is true. It's a very unfortunate situation.
What happened, Aisha?
During our meeting, Dr. Ian said it was the family's fault.
The girl is young. Her family was ashamed when they learned she was pregnant. So they sent her to the village to stay with her aunt. Her aunt never brought her to the health center for antenatal care.
How old is she, Aisha?
16. She's just a schoolgirl.
Ali said she had problems giving birth because she's so young.
Yes, young girls have not fully grown, and often their hips are too small for the baby to fit. But she should have come to the health center first, where we could help her if there were problems.
What happened, Aisha?
Her auntie called in a traditional midwife to assist her. She made the girl try to push the baby out until the baby died and the girl's womb burst.
Oh my God. Why didn't they rush her to the health center when there was a problem?
You know, Flower, often these traditional midwives are only paid when the baby is born. So they do everything they can to make them push the baby out. They only bring them to the health center as a last resort.
But sometimes there is no money to go to the health center.
I don't know, Judith. The same family that cannot afford to bring the lady to the health center spends hundreds of thousands of shillings for her funeral.
It is true. Some people refuse to sell a cow when someone is sick and then slaughter it at the burial.
The girl's father is a successful lawyer in the city. Hey, he could have paid for the daughter to deliver in hospital. And now he's trying to charge Dr. Ian with manslaughter instead.
There are also people like my mother-in-law who think the health center is not a safe place to give birth from. She was the one who first told me about this girl as proof that I should give birth from her home.
Is that what you're going to do, Topi?
No, Flower. I cannot deliver at home.
How is the old lady taking it, Topi?
I don't know, Judith. Ali is going to tell her. I know she'll not be happy though.
You're making the right decision, Topi. And when your mother-in-law sees the healthy, beautiful child you produce, she will forget all about it.
I hope you're right, Aisha. Judith, I have finished combing your hair. Flower, give her a mirror to look at herself and bring the warm water for washing Aisha's hair.
Mr. Irfaz, you have returned.
Yes, Mr. Jackson. I have brought my father.
Hello, sir. You are welcome. I am Jackson, the LC1 chairman of Rock Point.
Mr. Jackson, I am Mzee Yakobo.
Mzee Yakobo, you are welcome. We are holding this LC1 court to know if your son's claim to Steve's land is genuine.
I am Yakobo, son of Fenekans, and who was the brother to this man's grandfather. Our family left Rock Point when I was a young boy to a village at the hills of the sun.
So your father Fenekans was a brother to Steve's grandfather?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. My grandfather had 4 sons who reached adulthood. Steve's grandfather was the eldest. They were raised on this very land. Steve's grandfather inherited the land. The other 3 sons left this place when they grew up to other parts of Uganda. My father moved his family to the hills of the sun.
What are you saying, sir? That you are my grandfather's nephew?
Yes, young man. In fact, I grew up here on this land you dig. This place had not yet changed like this. There was a thick forest with a fast-running river with lots of fish in it.
Why have you returned to Rock Point now, after all these years?
Our family has grown bigger and bigger in size since the time we left. My father had 7 children. All have now married and have children and grandchildren of their own. We are now many, and there is no longer enough land for grazing the cows or cultivation.
So how many of you are living in the hills of the sun, Mr. Yakobo?
Oh, we are more than 70 of us now, if you count all the children and their mothers. Others have left for the city because there was not enough land to go around.
How many of you have moved to Rock Point?
My youngest son, Elfaz here, sold his land and bought land in Rock Point. He has moved here with his 4 sons, 2 daughters, and his wife. I have also come with him so I can spend the last days of my life here, in the birthplace of my grandparents. And I believe that I should get some of my grandfather's land for my own.
Does anyone in this court know this man? And is he speaking the truth? Let us hear from the elders. Oh, finally. Yes, old lady, speak up. Speak up.
He's speaking the truth. I know the story. I knew Yakobo. He is Steve's real cousin. We were friends as children. He's only a few years older than me.
Do I know you, madam? I don't seem to recall. Wait a minute. I don't... could you be... Are you Claudenia?
Yes. Yes, Yakobo. I'm Caledonia, you forgetful boy.
Hey! It has been 45 years, and I finally meet you again. Isn't God great? We used to love each other as children.
Interesting story. People, let us listen. Let us listen. Steve, did you inherit this land from your father?
Yes, Jackson. And my father inherited it from his father. These people have no right to the land.
Mzee Yakobo, Steve is right. You don't have the rights to this land. It's Steve's inheritance.
Mr. Chairman, I understand. I don't want to be an inconvenience to Steve. But my father had a right to part of that land.
What are you talking about, old man?
Huh? It's my ancestral land, as much as it is Steve's.
Hear me out, please. All we want is a pass to the lake and a place where we can put a kraal. Impossible.
Steve, we are one family. Please help me and my son.
It's my land and I say no.
Mzee Yakobo, Steve has the right to refuse. It is his land. He holds the title to the land. Not so, Steve?
I don't have a land title yet, but everyone knows it's my land. It belonged to my father.
Son, it belonged to my grandfather too.
The old man has a point, Steve. Nowadays, when there are so many of us, if you do not hold the land title, then you have no more right to the land than your cousins.
Then I will apply for the land title, Jackson.
Steve, I think you should agree and give him the portion of the land he has asked.
No. Impossible.
Well, this is a simple matter. I think we should vote.
What?
By the show of hands, who of you say Steve should not give these people any portion of his land? I'm counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Those against are 5. And how many say that Steve should give these people portion of land they are asking for? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Those who say Steve should give these people some of his land are 14.
No, this is not possible. This is not fair.
Steve and Elphaz, please, let's put this in writing. I will stamp and sign, which will require a small fee of 100,000 shillings.
God. Okay. Someone tell me what just happened.
Well, what just happened is Jackson just did great in solving that case between Steve and his new neighbors. Oh, I'm sorry, it's rather Steve and his relatives. You know, I actually always asked myself why Steve seemed to have no relatives. Kombe.
Surely something is not right.
What do you mean?
I mean, what right do these people have to Steve's land?
But they are his relatives.
So?
Come on, they have a right to that land. And please, calm down and let's talk about the real issue here, which is people producing like rabbits.
Please take me through it. I think I was too shocked to get the whole picture.
So what happened is this. Steve's great uncle left Rock Point some 50 years ago and moved to another village. This was long before Steve was born. Now, 50 years later, he has produced children who in turn have produced children. And now, there are too many people to fit on the land. So his youngest son has now decided to come back to Rock Point and wants to take some of Steve's land.
The old man said that there are now more than 70 people, where originally it was only his grandfather and his children.
Precisely. Eliphaz's grandfather had 7 children. Each of those children had 7 children. And now, those children are producing 6 or 7 children each. All told, that one man was responsible for producing 294 people in just 50 years.
I wonder what Steve has to say about people producing many children now.
I know, he has always said that children are wealth. He might want to swallow those words now.
I know.
And let's hear what our listeners have to say. Today, we have a message from Isaac of Buntare, Ntungamo. He says, Dear Rock Point team, thanks for the good work. My comment is that those who say that producing many children is a good idea are wrong. Vincent, thank you for teaching that good message of smaller families to our parents.
Thank you, Isaac, for writing. You seem to be a great fan of Vincent, like most of us here. We all appreciate Vincent's untiring determination to teach people about the dangers of large families. But I want to make a correction. It is not just our parents who need to have smaller families. Us, youth, need to decide also to have smaller families.
Vincent really has made us think about that. And me personally, I have officially decided to produce 2 children. No more.
Liar. You've always told me you want to produce 6.
That was before I really thought about the consequences. But now, no, I am done.
Well, one does never cease. Anyway, listeners, we have a challenge today. Would you like to give it to them, Vicky?
Yes, sure. The challenge is about business. So you young people involved in business, or those of you who want to start business, here you go.
Write to CDFU about a business idea you have. It might be a business that you are already doing or a business that you have always wanted to start. It doesn't matter, but the rules are your business has to be environmentally friendly.
Yes, your business has to be the kind that makes the environment a better place. So any business that involves cutting trees or making a place dry is not welcome.
Yes,